Stop scrolling. If you use ChatGPT, follow AI, or care about the future of technology, you need to hear this. OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, just announced a move that nobody predicted. They're ditching Nvidia's legendary AI chips, the same ones that powered nearly every breakthrough in the last 5 years, for a deal with Google. Yes, Google, the company OpenAI competes with for AI supremacy. This seismic shift could flip the global AI race upside down and shake the foundations of who really controls artificial intelligence. What's the real reason behind this secret alliance? Could this be the beginning of the end for Nvidia's global chip dominance? And most importantly, how will this change what you experience when you use ChatGPT, Sora, or any OpenAI-powered app? Stay tuned because we're diving into one of the boldest, most controversial decisions in AI history and revealing what the mainstream headlines won't tell you. Before we jump in, smash that subscribe button. We're the first with real AI news, game-changing analysis, and the stories that get people talking. Don't get left behind. Hit the bell so you never miss an update. Ready? Let's break this down. 1. How OpenAI and Google's secret chip pack stunned the world June 27, 2025. A day that instantly made AI, business, and even Wall Street stop and stare. Here's what happened. For years, Nvidia's GPUs have been the lifeblood of modern AI. From ChatGPT to Midjourney, DeepSeek to Google's own Gemini. If it was smart and fast, it ran on Nvidia hardware. Nvidia's H100 chip was so hot that companies, investors, even governments were fighting for access. Some chips resold for $40,000 each on the gray market. But behind closed doors, a quiet drama was playing out. Rumors started swirling. Why was ChatGPT sometimes slow or at capacity for hours? Why were global GPU supplies drying up, with prices surging almost daily? Suddenly, the news broke. OpenAI had secretly negotiated a deal with Google to run ChatGPT, and likely its future LLMs, on Google's next-gen TPUs, or tensor processing units. These chips had mostly powered Google's own AI empire until now. This is not just a new supplier. This is an alliance between two of the world's fiercest AI rivals. Imagine if Apple started using Samsung's chips in the iPhone, or if Pepsi and Coke announced a bottling partnership. This is history being made in real time. And trust me, Nvidia didn't see this coming. 2. Why did OpenAI break up with Nvidia? The untold story. On the surface, this is a simple hardware switch. But underneath, it's a saga of strategy, desperation, and survival. The Great Chip Crisis, Nvidia's monopoly, created a nightmare for big AI labs. Waitlists for H100s were stretching months, sometimes a year. Startups and even giants like Microsoft and Meta were forced to delay launches and pay skyrocketing prices. OpenAI, which runs millions of queries every minute, simply couldn't get enough chips to serve everyone, let alone train bigger models. Financial burn rate. Every minute ChatGPT is online, OpenAI burns cash, sometimes millions per day. Nvidia's prices were so high that OpenAI was risking unsustainable losses just to keep their tools running for the public. As competition heats up, efficiency is the difference between winning and dying. The power of Google's TPU VUI6. Insiders leaked that Google's latest TPUs outperform Nvidia's H100 in critical LLM and transformer workloads, often at a lower price and with better energy efficiency. Google has the cloud muscle to offer OpenAI not just chips, but full racks, power, and scale immediately. TPUs are custom-built for the exact math that drives large language models like ChatGPT. Strategic leverage. OpenAI's breakup with Nvidia signals to the entire tech world that no one is irreplaceable. By working with Google, OpenAI can negotiate lower prices, priority supply, and possibly even force Nvidia to rethink its entire business. The risks and the stakes. It's not all upside. Migrating massive code bases and real-time systems from Nvidia CUDA to Google TPU JAX is a colossal engineering effort. If Google changes terms, raises prices, or gets regulatory heat, OpenAI could be in a new kind of trap. And with Europe cracking down on big tech Any partnership this big will face legal and privacy scrutiny. The real reason? OpenAI had no choice. It was either adapt, partner up, or risk collapse as demand and costs exploded. 3. Winners, losers, and the global shockwaves. Let's break down how this deal reshapes the power map for tech titans, investors, and you. Winners. First, Google. Instant global credibility. Now powers the world's #1 chatbot. Can now attract every startup, enterprise, and developer who needs scale and speed, and may set new standards for AI cloud. 2. OpenAI solves its chip crisis, scales up, and gets leverage over all hardware vendors, can innovate and launch new products faster, cheaper, and bigger than ever. AI startups and researchers. Lower costs, shorter wait times, more competition. If Google's TPUs become more widely available, it could trigger an explosion of innovation. Losers. 1. Nvidia loses its biggest and most visible customer. Stock takes a direct hit. Rivals like AMD and Intel may try to pounce on the moment. 2. Microsoft and Amazon, both bet big on Nvidia chips for their AI cloud, may have to rethink future roadmaps fast. The shockwaves. Wall Street, overnight, Nvidia's aura of invincibility is gone. Google shares spike, Nvidia drops, and the AI investment landscape scrambles to catch up. The rest of the industry. If OpenAI can migrate, who's next? Anthropic, xAI, even Meta could follow, starting a domino effect in the race for the best AI hardware. This deal doesn't just change who makes the chips, it changes who sets the pace for all of AI, period. The tech deep dive, TPU versus GPU, and why it matters. What's actually changing under the hood, and why is it such a big deal? What is a TPU, and why does it matter? A TPU, Tensor Processing Unit, is a custom AI chip designed by Google for ultra-fast, ultra-efficient machine learning. Unlike Nvidia's GPU, originally for graphics, TPUs are purpose-built for AI math, matrix operations, and tensor manipulation. The speed and efficiency factor, early benchmarks, Google's TPU v6 smokes Nvidia's H100 in many key LLM and transformer tasks, uses less power per operation, meaning OpenAI can scale models and keep costs under control. Software ecosystem shakeup. OpenAI must now port code, training, and even inference workloads from Nvidia's CUDA stack to Google's JAX-shot TensorFlow environment. For developers, this means learning new tools, libraries, and optimization strategies. But the potential is massive. Faster model iterations, potentially new features and capabilities, opportunities for others to build atop the TPU stack. Privacy, security, and compliance. By moving to Google Cloud, OpenAI must pass strict audits, especially for European data privacy, GDPR. Security at this scale is non-negotiable. Massive new investments in threat detection, backup, and monitoring. Industry implications. This move could open the floodgates for TPU adoption across industries. A future where Nvidia, Google, and others are forced to compete directly benefits the whole AI ecosystem. Faster, cheaper, more innovative. The future of AI hardware is no longer a foregone conclusion. We're watching a new ecosystem rise right now. 5. How this changes. ChatGPT, your life, and the global AI race. Why does this matter for you and for humanity as a whole? For ChatGPT users, expect major performance improvements, faster responses, higher reliability, new multimodal features, think voice, video, live translation, potentially more affordable or flexible pricing as compute costs drop. For developers and businesses, more powerful APIs, new integrations, and possibly early access to next-gen Google-powered models. Startups can scale faster, run experiments cheaper, and iterate more rapidly. For the global AI race, the US-China competition just escalated. Google plus OpenAI could put Western AI years ahead of China's DeepSeek and other emerging players, at least for now. For regulation and policy, governments will scrutinize this alliance for monopoly risk, data security, and international sovereignty. Expect debates on who owns the models, the data, and the future of AI, especially with so much power in so few hands. For innovation and risk, this could spark a wave of next-gen breakthroughs: GPT-5, Sora 2.0, AI-powered video, art, education, healthcare. But centralizing so much power means if Google or OpenAI face an outage, hack, or policy issue, the whole world could feel it. The AI you'll use next year will be born from this exact moment. Remember where you were when the chip wars went nuclear. So here we are. OpenAI just rewrote the rules of the AI world, partnering with a rival, ditching the chip king, and lighting a fire under every competitor. Will Google become the new king of AI infrastructure? Can Nvidia come back with new innovations? Or will Anthropic, xAI, and others leap into the arms of Google too? Will you see better, faster, and smarter AI in your daily life? Or is this just the beginning of an even bigger arms race? Drop your wildest predictions, your hottest takes, or your biggest questions in the comments below. We're reading them all, and the best ones will get featured in our next episode. And if you want to be first to know about every breaking AI story that matters, subscribe, ring the bell, and join our AI family. We bring you the future. First, this is AI Horizon Daily. Stay curious, stay bold, and get ready because the future is here. See you in the next update.